तो आपका जो टॉपिक है आपको बहुत अच्छे से क्लियर हो गया होगा कि सबसे ज्यादा बच्चे को कौन प्रभावित करता है, उसके अध्यापक, उसके टीचर्स, या उसके माता पिता, उसके पेरेंट्स, या उसके संग साथी, उसके कंपेनियन, मतलब उसके दोस्त। ठीक है, तो इसके ऊपर आपको डिबेट नहीं करनी है, वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ जीडी। ठीक है, हम ग्रुप डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं, अपने अपने व्यूज रखेंगे। अगर आप किसी से सहमत हैं, इफ यू अग्री विद समबडी, then it's okay. If you don't agree, then in that condition you can oppose his points or her point. अदरवाइज आपको कोशिश यही करनी है कि आराम आराम से अपनी बातें रखें एक एक करके। ठीक है, नॉर्मल डिस्कशन करेंगे। चलिए, टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ।
So, can I speak?
यस मैम, यू कैन।
First of all, I would like to thank my sir for choosing such a good, sensitive, and important topic for debate. There are four stages of childhood. First, when a child is in the womb of the mother. Second, when the child learns from his parents. Third, when a child goes to school. And fourth, when a child attains the majority, the importance stage. Uh, of a growth of a child starts in the early age. Gradually, when he grows, he starts learning from his mother firstly, and the very beginning, mother plays a very important role in preparing her child, both of manners and other at, and others. It, father plays a role of like an umbrella, which a child feels protected, but the mother not only teaches him in a very polite manner, but also with full love and attention. The biggest example of teaching of mother to newly born is child starts when he starts speaking, and the first word ma. It clearly shows the love of child towards the mother.
All right, ma'am. We got your point. Now let me come to other participant. Tanushka, you would speak or anyone else is speaking? Who's gonna speak now? Please put your point. First of all, choose your side. Which option you have chosen, then speak upon it. What happened? You are not responding. At least respond.
So may I?
Yes, of course.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kriti, and uh, I'm here to say something about uh, who influences child's character the most. Firstly, I would like to thank you, sir, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to say something about this topic. Uh, as I think the uh, parents influences uh, parents influence the child's character because as the child grows up with his parents, and when he was very little, then uh, he spends most of his time with his parents. But when uh, a child when child grew up, then he spends most of the time with his friends and teachers. So then the in then friends influences his character the most. As parents, if the child is small, then he learns something with learn something from his parents, and when he grew up, when he start joining school, then he learns something from his teachers, and when he is about 15 to 16 years old, like, then he learns something with his friends. So these are my points. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Okay,
listening
well
to
done.
me.
Now
Sir,
next one.
sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, my second opinion is also the teacher is also very important role for the children, because the teacher knows the children is our next generation to, and it is very uh, very important part of our country. So his uh, his dedication and his duties are very important, and he got very respect to the children, and his parents also. And in the ancient time we see that the kings are uh, kings are went to their children in the gurukul, and they knows very well that that their children are very safe, and they learn highly education, and they and the teacher gave and the teacher gave all the manners and etiquettes to their children. For the example, Ram, Krishna, and the Dronacharya, no, sir, Dronacharya nahi, sir, Chandragupta Maurya are the example of the ancient time. They went to the Gurukul, and they are very, they knows a very, and they knows a very good persons in our world. And the
Okay.
son, and the third is a we say that the friend is also very important, because when the child is in the age of 16 to 17 years, he he is he started to he started to go the job, and he is very he is learning to very things, and he is so mature, so he did not he can't express their views to their parents and the teacher. On that time, if the friend is very good, uh, he uh, he take all the he take the uh, good things like physically and mentally, and also others. So but nowadays we see that the friends are not like that the ancient time. Today's friends are we see in the electronic media and the print media, their behaviors like a enemy, they backbiting by the other friends. So first pillar is most important, parents, and second is teacher. And if we have a good friend, then we are a very rich in all the manners. Thank you, sir.
All right, ma'am. Got your point. Now, Khushi ma'am, would you like to speak something? Khushi ma'am,
Yes, sir.
Tanushka, Prahas, any one of you?
May I, sir?
Yes, ma'am, of course. Most welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before starting, I would like to thank sir for giving me this golden opportunity. I think, sir, I agree with Vimi ma'am and Kriti, but I think, sir, parents influenced most the children's character, because we know as a mother, I learned that family and parents is the first school for their children, and the parents are the first teacher. And whatever the children learn, like language and eating manner and everything they show, they see, they also behave like that. So parents are the most important. And at the age of 3 to 4 years, whatever the children learned, these are the they are doing like this in their whole life, because their influence is very important in their, like a shadow. Because, so I give a real example. My cousin is in foreign country, he is in job there, but nowadays he also told my aunt he wants married to an Indian girl, not in foreign, because the influence of their parents is also in their heart. So the first education is a parents. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Kushi ma'am, you want to say that whatever kids are learning, they are learning from their kids, from their parents, right? You mean to say that?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
it includes the bad habits also.
Yes, sir, of course. Bad habits also. Because in the sir, in this journey, in this life, in this the new 20th century, parents are behaving their parents like a friend. And nowadays, children are very conservative. They didn't mix up any teachers or any friends like before those times. So in that time, parents are also very very treat like as a friend for their children.
But Khushi ma'am, sometimes we see that the parents quarrel with each other, and the effect to their children is very much, and they are behave like to them and for enemy. So we
But
see if
ma'am,
the children not take a good manners or good behavior for their parents, to then uh, completely the children completely children मतलब वो बिल्कुल हट जाता है अपने पेरेंट्स से, और फिर उसके जो लाइन होती है वो सही
yes,
नहीं जाती है.
of
He
course,
is not
ma'am.
going in the
In
right
the
path.
school, in after 3 to 4 years, children are invest their time in the schools only 3 to 4 hours. But after that 20 or 19 hours, they are invest their time with their family, their parents. So that is the most, this is the time the children whatever learned in their childhood, these influenced are already their mind, their heart, in all in their whole life.
And nowadays
Because
mostly we see that the parents grow to the going to the job, and they have no time for their children, and their children grown up in the crutches and the maid. So it is very difficult to the age of the child 3 to 4
but
years that they manage to their minds and their problems so it is a very difficult nowadays, very difficult to the children whose parents are not good. In the ancient time we see that the parents
yes,
are devoted to their children, but nowadays society is very changed,
yeah.
because
So
we
ma'am,
see
that's why ma'am I told nowadays children are very conservative. They didn't mix up with their teachers or their friends like the previous days.
yes,
Because now, yes, because these times parents have no time, but parents are very struggling for invest their time to their children. And we also learned that our grandparents, we invest our time, we spend our time with our grandparents. But nowadays there is a neutral family, so
yes,
children doesn't spend their time with their grandparents. So there is also effect on their mind and heart, because those times are very important. Because in the childhood whatever we learned, these influence has been in their life, in their whole life, in heart and their mind also.
Now I would
That
like
is
I
Tanushka
called
to
want to say
intervene.
sanskar.
something.
Tanushka, you haven't spoken even a single point. Please, Tanushka, come in a discussion and speak something. What do you think
Sir,
about children?
sir, I want to say that teacher praises us in our good manners,
Mhm.
and they teaches us many things as we make ourselves very proud.
Okay.
So, sir, I want to say that teacher includes the children.
Teachers influence the children. Okay.
but Tanushka ma'am, in the circumstances teacher started going to the student place, and they started coaching centers
I would
and
like to
selling the
speak one more thing, that
and the selling
parents
education. It is
parents are
very
always there
uh,
with kids. right? Parents are always there with kids, but if we talk about teachers and friends, they keep changing as
Yes,
per
sir.
the time. If we talk about their childhood, they have different friends. In teenage, they have different friends, and when they grow up completely, they have different friends. Similarly, with teachers, also in case of teachers, they keep changing. In the class first, they have different teachers. In the class 10th, they have different teachers. In the college, they'll find some different teachers. So parents are always there with them. So I think
Yes,
so. The effect of parents are more than others
more.
on the kids.
Yes, sir. I agree. Because of whatever the children learned in their childhood, these influences are there in their whole
But
life.
Khushi ma'am, I think one more thing is also there. In the childhood, when the child is only 4 or 5 years old, he or she means both. I'm talking about both male and female. They don't know what are the feelings. They don't know about the anger. They don't know about the happiness. They don't know anything. In fact, they don't know who are parents, who is mother, who is father. They don't understand anything. They are just looked after. They are just getting the nourishment from their parents. That's it. But when they go outside, when they mix up with the society, when they go in front of their teachers, they are sitting properly in the class, they are with their fair friends. In that condition, they learn so many things. This is the thing. There is a difference between my parents and my teachers. So I think so. Parents, and after that, when you find that schools are opened and students started going to the school, so it is found that most of the time of kids is spent with their friends as well as teachers, not with parents. Because they go to school, after that they have tuitions. In the evening when they come back, they just like to play. After coming from the play, they just sit down and complete their work, assignment and all. After that they eat food and get, go back to sleep. That's it. This is the actually time with spent with the family. And you must have found this thing also, most of the kids are unable to express their feelings with their parents. They rarely
But
share
sir,
anything.
nowadays
Yes, they are not.
scenario is very changed. In nowadays,
Yes,
the
sir.
teacher does not does not sir attention to the सर जो बुरे मतलब जिनको ज्यादा नहीं है attention to the brilliant student, they did not attention to the whose students are not take much marks. And so nowadays we see that the scenarios in when the students not take good education and not take any attention to the teacher, he feels very upset, and sometimes his future future when gone to the in the very bad situations
Okay, then
comes
tell
to
me what
their.
parents do in this situation. Parents also do the same. Teachers are not paying attention, but what parents
So
are doing? They are scolding,
when
they are beating that child who is not actually brilliant. This thing also happens by the parents. They also didn't don't take care of the kids properly. But in the case of friends, they are
sir,
always standing with the friend, whether they
sir,
are
sir
bad or good.
we saw in the time of the Asian time is also this situation, this type of situations situations happened. Dronachar, we have a example of Dronachar. He take taught Arjun and Eklavya both, but he gave the Arjun not he gave the Arjun money, but he take from the Eklavya a thumb, because he, uh, he because he did partiality for both students.
All right. Now,
So
Prahas,
so
I think you are getting bored.
Ma'am,
nowadays,
but
Prahas,
now it is not there in the school.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
What happened?
sorry,
like,
sorry.
Prahas, now
ma'am,
you
but
have to
now
speak.
it's not there in the school. Like,
No, no,
Excuse me,
partiality.
sir.
no. Nowadays, same situations are happening. Same situations going out, going in.
Okay, now I want Prahas to speak something. Prahas, you haven't spoken for long. Our discussion has completed around 15 minutes. Prahas, say something.
Yes,
What
sir.
do you
What
think?
happened?
Nothing happened.
Hmm.
Discussion is going on, so you also take part in that. Choose your side and say
Okay, sir.
something about it. You don't know what happened.
Okay. Good. Huh?
You're here.
No,
You
sir.
are
I was thinking something.
okay. Whatever you have thought,
Yes,
now
sir.
speak up.
Okay. Good afternoon. Just a second, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, all of you. I am Prahas Trivedi, and I am here to give my points on a topic which is uh, who influences the child's character the most. Before start, I would like to thank myself to giving me this wonderful opportunity to share some main points on a topic which is who influences the child's character the most. Now I start my points. Sir, I don't think so that teachers influences the child's character most, because teachers have to teach students in half an hour, 45 minutes at least, and I think that the parents and friends influences that the child's character the most, because if parents are abusing each other, that child remember what did mother said that time, what did father said that time, and he remember that. And if his friends are saying some bad words, and they are doing some bad things, like they are eating tobacco and they are smoking, they are drinking, that the child will do also this thing, because he thinks that his friends are doing some new things, that I will also do this. So that was my points on this topic. Thank you, sir.
But perhaps it has also been found that parents are very docile, they are very decent, they are not doing such kind of activities which you are talking about. Even then, kids are doing those activities. They have adopted those habits, such as chewing tobacco, smoking, abusing, and all, because they remain in that companion which is not good for them. So they just learn something from there.
Yes, it is right, but parents also abuse each other if there is some problem in their family, that
Hmm. I would like to
father
give you
is.
an example. You must have watched the movie Sanju, Sanjay Dutt's story.
No, sir.
So in that, okay,
No.
but it is a famous story. The movie was also made on him. So Sanjay Dutt's father was not that much, means he was not addicted to drugs and all, right? Even then, his son Sanjay Dutt,
Exactly.
Mr.
Yes,
Sanjay Dutt,
Yes,
did those things.
those
So
things.
what would you say now? There was effect of parents or effect of companion, effect of the people.
That
Companions. That is
that
effect
was
of
a
companion.
effect of
Effect of
companions.
companion.
Obviously, so in that condition, we can say the parents are not affecting that much, because
Yes,
nowadays
sir,
the
because
students, the kids do not remain with their parents, and in fact, they
but
don't like to spend time with their parents. This is also the thing happening in
because of
21st century.
the parents, because of that parents don't want that my child do bad things, he abuse someone, because but the parents abuse each other, and child learn that abusing from them. So I told that.
I would like to say something.
Yeah, yeah, sure, Kriti.
Uh, so a child becomes like someone uh, with whom he feel connected. Nowadays, we see that child does not feel connected with their parents, but he feel connected with their friends, with their teacher. So they learn both good and bad things with them, with from those people with whom they feel connected. My points are these. I think.
All right. Okay. Now, anybody has any other point to speak up? I think we have discussed all the points.
Yes, sir, almost.
Parental influence is the strongest before the children going to school. After that, they also have influenced by their friends.
Yeah, correct.